Good morning, good morning, good morning, children of the soil. It's yet that time again. This is SBZ Space. I hope you're well. However, don't mind my voice, I'm under flu at the moment, but I have to do this video. So, welcome to the channel. So, let us watch these few videos about what is melanin. This, our skin pigment. Let us watch it and we'll talk about it.
Absolutely. Melanin, carbon. Very critical that this is why you have to really be thankful and be appreciative if you are a black man or woman or any melanated being on the planet, because it means biochemically you have a deeper connection to the universe, to nature, to the supreme being itself. We literally are the people of the stars, you could say, when it comes to how we are constructed. So that's why we have to continue to take, minerals and eat things that are from the earth, because we are a part of it physically. Carbon 12 in particularly. When people break it down, you look at 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That's where the original 666, right? Not the mark of the beast, 666, but we're talking about biochemistry. We're looking at not just the pigmentation, but our ability to connect to nature, the grounding, the sun, how we absorb nutrients at a higher rate, how our bones and tendons and ligaments, all of this in our tissue is constructed. It is deeper. It is more connected, I would say, more than the Caucasian, for example. We can go outside in the sun and be cool. We can still get sunburned too, though. Don't get it twisted. Some black folks like, I can't get burned. Yes, you can. All right, don't get it twisted. But we can last far longer because of our melanin. So it is a deep gift, and it is something that the universe itself has. Melanin is found in everything from water to hair to, of course, in your blood, your skin, and all that. It's found in plant life. It's found in all these different things. So it's something that connects the life that reflects within itself. Very simple. That's why we have to eat plants. That's why we have to eat fruits and all of that. So that's just a basic level. Without even having to go into full depth of all of it, it's something to be appreciated. And I think people should study our brother, Dr. Layla Africa, who has broken that down. May Allah be pleased with our brother, one of our ancestors now, who did beautiful, extensive work on that, including our brother, Dr. Kaba Kamene as well, who has done extensive work on that. But it's a serious thing to be thankful for, because those who do not have it are trying to buy it. I don't know if people know this, but melanin is something that's being sold in creams and these different applications. People are getting melanin injections right now to help to sustain their livelihood. People are doing this to this very day. So again, that leans into other things as well, dealing with the organ trafficking and all that. There are a lot of people who know the benefit and the value of melanin, and they are doing all that they can to get as much as they can to sustain their livelihood. Meanwhile, we have it in abundance.
Melanin is not just a pigment, it's an antenna for God. People think melanin just determines skin tone, but actually melanin is not just skin deep, it's dimension deep. In eternal life sciences, melanin is not just a pigment, it's a biocrystalline photoreactive molecule that functions like a spiritual semiconductor. Melanin is a light-absorbing and holding molecule, a frequency translator that stores information in vibrational form, and, check this out, it's a dimensional access key to solar, planetary, and ancestral memory fields. Let that sink in. This is why certain bloodlines with higher melanin concentration were specifically targeted, such as the indigenous, the African, Aboriginal tribes, etc., because they literally held tribal shield memory keys needed for planetary grid healing and awakening. And these codes were purposely persecuted. Was to spirit. Melanin isn't random, it's quantum. It's a frequency translator that connects the body to solar codes, cosmic memory, and ancestral DNA activation. So the more melanin you carry, the more light and shadow you are capable of integrating. So in essence, the more melanin, the more cellular memory, the more power, the more you are a threat to the control systems. So melanin-rich beings are being called and chose to transmute their personal and generational distortions, traumas, and collective karma stored in their ancestral DNA and planetary morphogenetic fields. And this is why their path can sometimes feel heavier, but it also carries redemptive power for all of humanity. And this is not hierarchy, it is planetary stewardship. Melanin is a multi-dimensional access code designed to hold light, memory, and resonance with the eternal source consciousness field. And if you carry it, honor it. And if you don't, it's okay. Remember, your body is still a sacred vessel tuned to receive light in its own unique way. Because melanin is not about race, it's about resonance. It's not about superiority, it's about stewardship. And we are all encoded differently for one shared purpose: the restoration of eternal life on earth. And the truth will set us free. Those with melanin-rich keys are keepers of the dawn, holding ancient memory lines that can help bridge heaven and earth. But the mission belongs to all of us. So whether your antenna is tuned by pigment or by presence, we all carry a piece of the divine circuit. And only together we remember and restore the original harmony of Creator's divine melody through the eternal sacred law of one. Red and yellow, black and white, all are precious in God's sight. Resurrect, bet the dead aren't really dead.
Welcome back, kings and queens. I promise that you need to watch the video, then we'll discuss them. But I have to step in. This term of black and white doesn't exist. And I know that most of us grew up hearing these terms. And these terms were created around about 1500s. So, and those terms, in fact, they were created by the white, or let me just say, those who have less melanin, who in 1500s they started calling themselves white people. Those are the ones who came with the term of black and white. And the agenda was very simple: to distract those with deeper connections with the nature, like us Africans. So that perpetuated slavery and so forth. So, ladies and gents, brothers and sisters, let us continue and watch the videos.
What is melanin, and why is it so important to the human family, and in particular to black people as we move forward to liberate ourselves in the 20th century?
Melanin is a chemical, a biochemical, meaning it's a living thing. And it's how we classify the races, by how much melanin they make inside their body, not the melanin on your skin. It's how much you make inside your body. And we make the most melanin. Melanin is in your muscles, it's in your bones, it's in your nervous system and your digestive system. And it's the brain cell of cells in your body. It's the brain of all the cells in your body. And it keeps them all synchronized. It's like synchronizing the watch or something. It keeps everything coordinated, the kidneys, the lungs, the liver, everything has a cycle, and melanin keeps those cycles in order. The more melanin you have, the more intelligent you are. The more melanin you have, the more psychic you are. The more melanin you have, the more human you are. That's how we classify human beings, by how much melanin they have. And black people are classified the highest on the scale of human beings. We are number 6, and the Europeans are number 1. They have the least amount. We have the most amount. So that makes us more in tune with nature, in tune with God, if you were. And it's very important. So the way a drug works is by destroying melanin, speeding it up, or slowing it down. A drug that does not work on melanin is not a drug at all. That's the way drugs are made. And nonetheless, because of the melanin, that makes black people rather unique. We're more creative. We're more scientific. We're more human. And drugs destroy it, basically. Be the drug crack cocaine or the oil drugs called nicotine or cannabinol marijuana. Those are drugs. We just don't know what drugs are because we've been miseducated. As Carter G. Woodson said it, we are totally miseducated in science, biology, chemistry, social science, history. We are miseducated, and that's very unfortunate. So we don't really know that much about ourselves or the world. So to study melanin is to study yourself and the world, and how it works defines everything.
People who have melanin have been told that everything in the body is governed by the brain, and that every reaction in every system is brain governed, and that is wrong. It's capable of instantaneous reaction to energy fields without being processed through any of the neuron synapses and dendrite stems of the brain. In other words, it acts as a chlorophyllin carrier. It takes energy, reacts to it, and processes its own information to its nearby cells. That's why you can get again those beautiful moves of the Michael Jordans, those cuts and so by the football players, and those immediate reactions, because you can't stop and think. They have to train people without melanin or with little melanin to react.
Ladies and gents, welcome back. First thing that I want to address is that white people, they think that they will wipe out history and do as they please, and that there won't be any consequences or people will forget. One thing for sure that we've heard about melanin is that it governs everything in our body. That's why even when white people want to wipe out history, there will be people who will be born with the knowledge intact of what happened in the past. And that leads us to being people who are in tune with nature. Nature doesn't rob anyone. Nature, I can say nature loves and follow its own rules and regulations. And yes, the Adamites, because the lack of melanin, they want to be like us, but they want to wipe us out at the same time. So that is why, hence they have created all disease to wipe us out. Still they can't, because we were the first, not even in the world, in the galaxy's universe, we were the first. And yet, they only appeared 6,000 years ago. So, for their lack of melanin, they lack intelligence. They lack the humanity to love one another, to let people live and govern themselves. So their culture, meaning the Adamites, what they like is to control. They are bounded by the materialistic of this world. Not to say that people with melanin, they are not materialistic. They are. But mostly, those things are perpetuated by the Adamites. So, it's been greatly said that the more melanin you generate in your body, the more human you are. That is why, even if after many centuries of slavery by the Adamites, we still, most of Africans, they still accept the white people. That's not because of they're stupid. It's because of the human nature that they have in them. And sometimes that human nature we have within us can be our weakness also. Because the Adamites, their agenda is to be superior than us, which they want and they can't. That's why they've introduced things such as capitalism to capitalize on us, meaning they'll capitalize in our culture, they'll capitalize in our inventions, they'll capitalize in our bodies, like meaning as we are Africans. In nature, we are a bit stronger than them, and we are faster than them, we think faster than them, we are creative than them, and we have more energy than them. So that's why they capitalize on that using capitalism. And the capitalism that we have right now in this age is monopoly capitalism. So, us as Africans, we don't know the divineness that is within us. Even myself, I'm still learning and I'm understanding most of the things that are needed for me to be in tune with the divinity that is within me. And brothers and sisters, it is not by mistake that we are Africans. It's by divine nature. And you need to be thankful that you are. I will tell you something. When I was growing up, seeing that most of the black people are in poverty, sometimes I just saw myself that, or wished to be a white person, simply because of the privileges that they were given by the elite. That action was the very thing that colonialism was meant for us to hate ourselves and love what comes from them. And what comes from them is a curse, it's a dimension. So, brothers and sisters, melanin is worth more than anything in this world, even gold. That's why they said in the videos that they even more people now are trying to purchase from creams, sunscreens, injections. So I have one thing for you, ladies and gents. Let us hear from the AI what its view about melanin. So I got this from DeepSeek. It says melanin is a natural pigment that determines skin, hair, and eye color. Its primary functions are, I'll mention them right now: protection from UV radiation. So, when they say the sun is coming back, it will come back with UV radiation, which the Adamites won't be able to escape, and in a sense, we'll call it hell. They will be burned. And us having melanin, we have protection against that. Melanin absorbs and disperses harmful UV rays, reducing DNA damage and lowering skin cancer risk. So that's why as us as Africans, we don't need sunscreens. We already have a divine gift of melanin. Antioxidant defense. Neutralize free radicals caused by UV exposure. Vision and hearing. Hear this out. Helps regulate light absorption in the eyes and support inner ear function. Who has it in abundance? What you call melanin? People with darker skin tones, typically of African Melanesians, South Indian, and Aboriginal, Australian descent having higher amounts of or more active melanin. What race lacks melanin? Here we go. No race completely lack melanin. However, people with albinism have little to no melanin. Among racial groups, individuals of Northern Europe descent generally have lower melanin levels, resulting in fair skin, light hair, and light eyes, but they still produce some melanin. Ladies and gents, we are the chosen ones. We need not to fear without any favor. Melanin is the main thing that gives us the abilities that are divine and that are natural, you see. So let us love ourselves and appreciate ourselves more as Africans. I like to be long, but I'll cut it at this time. Thank you. Please like and share this video so that I can be able to reach more people. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, and I love you. I'll see you in the next one.